Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason and I'm a full-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark, and in today's video we're going to go over sales over the last couple of weeks. I didn't do a sales video last week, so I wanted to include some of the sales from then as well as this past week. The first week of January was pretty abysmal for sales. I don't know what happened. Beginning of the year, people spent too much money on holidays, whatever may be. But they did bounce back. I had one of my biggest weeks of my reselling career this past week. So there's going to be a ton of stuff. I had to cut it down to just the stuff that sold for $40 and up. Otherwise, we would be here all day. But let's go ahead and get into it so that we're not. First up, we've got this vintage 80s Eddie Bauer fisherman jacket is what I could find, is what it was called. This style with the big square pockets, I guess, is what determines that it's a fisherman's jacket. Really cool jacket. Corduroy collar, which was kind of fun. And then it was made in Korea. Which is going to be indicative of vintage 80s or early 90s Eddie Bauer stuff. You're looking for the cursive writing made in Korea, or the real old stuff is going to be made in USA. And some of the stuff from that same era is also made in USA. But if it's made in Korea, you know it's going to be from around then. Great sale, 54 bucks. I think I had this for a couple of weeks. I paid $9.99 for this jacket. So definitely a good flip there at 54 bucks. Next up, we've got some Brooks Dyad 9. These are an older model. I want to say like 6 or 7 years old. These ones sat for a while. I was surprised. Oh, we got a blurry picture in here. Fantastic. But I was surprised to see this one pop up. I thought I was going to be lowering the price on these, but they went for 55 bucks. I was happy with that. I probably paid $6 to $10 for these, maybe 3 months ago, so they've probably been sitting for about 90 days, so I was glad they sold within that 90-day window. That's really when I start to look at things and maybe readjust pricing. Next up, we've got some vintage diesel jeans. These are the Zaff. They're like a flared boot cut. These things were crazy heavy distress. Somebody cut the bottoms off to make them their own size and didn't re-hem them at all. They just went ahead and cut them out. There's some damage right here on it. I made sure to list all the damage in the pictures so that people knew what they were getting. But these went for $120. And the reason I priced them so high was because I saw a pair that was identical with these back pockets specifically go for, I think, around 140, 150 bucks. So I wanted to be up there in that range, at least for the first 30 days to see if I got any bites. If it didn't happen within 30 days, I was probably going to drop them, but these sold quick within like a week at that $120 price point. So definitely happy with that. Diesel is a great brand to look out for. Next up is some cool Radical pants, and these were a little bit outside of your good size selling range. So they did sit a little bit longer. I want to say about 30 days. Cool stuff usually moves really quick for me if you price it right. I typically will price these between 40 and 45, and I'll take offers on the Radical pants. But these ones just sold at 45, which was great. Size 41 by 30. So yeah, definitely not the best size out there. Next up is a pair of Timberland boots, and these are the Mount Madsons. These things sold for me within a week. I paid $6.99 for them, which was a fantastic deal. Men's size 9.5, which is a okay size for men's, but these were nice. I priced them a little bit low. Looked like the comps were going around $50, but I wanted to move them quickly. The boots take up a lot of space in the shoe storage, so whenever I get boots, I price a little under the competition just so I can move them quickly. I don't want to take up too much space with them. Next up, here's another pair of boots, and this is a similar situation. These are the Loa Renegades. These will normally get around $100, but I priced mine at 75, and I got an offer for 70, I believe, that they sold at. So happy to see that. These were in great condition. If I wanted to sit on them, probably could have got 100 out of them, but I paid $15 for these and got $70 pretty quickly within 30 days. Loa is definitely a good brand of boots to look out for. They are high quality, typically going to be Gore-Tex. You can see Gore-Tex right there, just barely. But yeah, I pick up the Loas if I can get them for a good price, no matter what. There is a pair at a thrift store that I've been trying to get them to lower their price on. They've got a brand new pair in the box of the same Renegade GTXs, but they've got them priced at $100. So I'm not going to touch those unless they get under 50, but we'll see. If they're still there next time, I might bug them again about it. Next up, we've got Timberland, and this is a men's like field coat style jacket. I did put M65 in the title. I'm still not sure if M65 refers to the style of jacket or if that's the camouflage pattern or what's going on with the M65, but I put it in there. I don't know if that helps sell it or not. But this was a very nice heavy-duty Timberland jacket in pretty good condition. Some general wear that you would see on a work coat style jacket like this. But it was fleece lined, heavy duty, warm, winter weather. Definitely a good one to grab. I got 62 bucks for it. I believe I paid $12.99 for this one. Next up is a pair of Nike. Nike is one that I am trying to learn more and more and more about when it comes to the joggers. Because there are a lot of good joggers out there that'll go to $30, $40 plus. And there's a lot of bad ones out there that just will sit. So if you get to know the style codes and you get to know what the texture feels like for the good ones, like the woven knit ones, there's money. There's Nike joggers out there everywhere, and people are passing up on them. Some of them are good. This one is definitely a good one. It's the utility style, the unlined utility pants is what they're called, I believe. But they were olive green, so military style, kind of. But these went for $45, and they went really quick. They actually went with a bundle with that Timberland jacket, so somebody picked up both of those. They were both priced a little bit higher. They got 10% off of each. I think I priced these at $50, but I was happy to get those out as a bundle. Fantastic. Both of those were great margins. I think I paid $5.99 for these. Next up is a pair of Brooks men's Ghost 15s, a little bit older. I think they're on the Ghost 24 right now, so these are probably somewhere between 7 and 9 years old, but they were a good size. They're 12D. They were in great condition. The bigger sizes with these shoes, I almost always pick up just because people shop online for them. And if they're in good condition, then that's what they're going to be picking up because they don't carry a lot of these. I mean, 12 is probably the top end of what people are carrying, but you get 13, 14, 15 shoe sizes in men's. It's just hard for people to find, so those people look online for them. But these went great. They're 45 bucks. These were a bins find, so I got these for, I don't know, maybe $4. So definitely a good flip on those. Next up is Filson, and this is the Alaskan Guide shirt, and it's just like a kind of heavier flannel shirt. I think it's no, I don't know if it's considered feather brushed. I'm not sure exactly. If you guys know what that means, let me know in the comments. I think it has to do with the texture or the look of it. But I do see a lot of feather brushed flannels are going for more money. But I'm not 100% sure what that means. So if you know, let me know. I'd love to know. Next up is a pair of Predator pants. And this was the first to sell out of the 2 Predator camo suits that I got, the pant and jacket combos. This one went for $40. Happy with that. It sold probably within 30 days, I want to say, maybe 40 days. This was not the Made in USA one, but it was a better size, 34 by 31. $40, definitely great. If I can get $40 out of each of those pieces, I'll be happy. I paid $12.99 for each set, so I paid $6.50 for these. Definitely a good flip at 40 bucks. Next up was one I had never heard of. I had never seen before, still haven't seen again yet. These sat for about 2 months. Ace Rivington Candiana denim. And these were new with tags, which was cool. And these don't have a great sell-through. I think it was okay, but there weren't many listed and there weren't many sold, but it was something similar, or at least close to like a 50% range. I had these listed for a while at $80, I believe, and then I took an offer at $58, and I was happy to let them go because they'd been sitting. Typically, if stuff's been sitting for around that 60-day mark, I'm much more likely to take some lower offers on it. I want stuff to move. I don't want stuff sitting because the longer it sits, kind of the more it gets buried in the algorithm unless you're relisting and delisting and relisting. So if stuff's sitting for 30 days, 60 days, I just kind of want to move it. Next up were these Quality Trailhead Adventure Pants, and this was the first time I had found these, and I will definitely be on the lookout for these. These sold within 30 days for sure, and I paid $5.99 for these, and I got $50 for them. These were selling for between 50 and 60 bucks. Definitely a great company, great pair of pants to look out for. Hopefully I find more now that I know. I feel like I've seen that out there before, but maybe it's just close to something else, but I'll definitely be looking for it in the future. Next up we have this was a cool combat pack. I guess it's called the Alice Combat Field Pack. It just looked like some sort of military backpack, and I found this at the bins, and this was like part of old rotation. This was old, just sitting on the top of one of the bins that somebody had obviously looked at, picked it up, put it back down, and didn't want it. But I looked at it, looked it up, and it looked good. There's a little bit of like distressing going on or staining you can see there. But overall, pretty good condition for something like this. And this sold for $61 pretty quickly. I want to say I had this for less than a month. Being at the bins, it was fairly lightweight, probably 2 pounds. So I might have paid $3.50 for it, $3.20, something like that. Definitely a good flip. I'm always looking at military stuff, always looking it up when I see it out there. Next up was this Mammoth Ultimate Soft Shell Jacket. And there was, so I got this for the flat rate at that location, which was, I think, $7. And when I went to list this, I saw there was a tag on the inside that they didn't catch, and they had it for $29.99, which I might not have picked it up, but I did get it for the 7 or 6 or whatever it was, and this sold probably in about 60 days, 60 to 90 days, for $76.99. Definitely happy with that. It was a good size, men's XL, but Mammoth stuff is pretty good. There's, they're definitely spotty, so you want to look up what you see out there, but I look up all of it, and I found a few pieces that have been good from them. Next up is Poncho. Oh my gosh, I'm always so excited to find Poncho. This is a black denim pearl snap. Every time I list any Poncho shirt, within 48 hours, I've got a ton of offers. I've got a ton of messages. I've got, these things just move. They're in such high demand. I think I was the only person that had a black, large Poncho denim pearl snap on eBay when I listed this. And if you look at the listings, there were 0 listings and some crazy amount sold, probably over 100. The sell-through is just incredible on Poncho still. And I got an offer for $70 within a couple days, and I took it. So that went for $70. Definitely a great flip. I paid $11 at Plato's Closet for this. Next up was this Fat Face Airly pullover sweatshirt, and this one went for $50. This one sold within a couple of days. Pictures might have helped on this. I did take some time to get the collar pop just right, made sure I got a good cover photo. Second photo looks good. It's got the square elbow patches. Fat Face stuff has done really well for me. Every time I've found something from them, it has sold quickly for a decent amount of money, so I will continue to pick it up. But yeah, super happy with this one. I think I paid $4.99 for it, so definitely a good flip into $50. Next up is one of the Charles Tyrwhitt merino wool sweaters that I got, new with tags. The first one sold within, I want to say within like 3 days for $50. Just boom, sold it, which is awesome. The comps for the used ones were going between 40 and 45, so I thought for sure if I listed this to get marked down around 50, it should move quick. If it's me thinking about that when I'm purchasing stuff, if I have a used version of something and I can pay $5 more for a brand new with tags one, I'll probably pay the $5, and I think most people have that mentality about it. So this went quick. The other one's still sitting there. Excuse me. So hopefully the other one will move quickly. I got 2 of them. They were $3.99 each. Fantastic flip. Next up were these Outer Known jeans. These are the ones that I got from Plato's Closet when the clearance was 50% off, and they were only priced at $10. So I got these for $5. Outer Known, they're the C jeans. They're salvage. Awesome. It was just an awesome deal. $5 into $61.59. Fantastic deal. Next up were these Gap jeans. This is the second time I've sold these jeans. I got these jeans probably 4 or 5 months ago. They are baggy. They're wide leg. They are button fly. They're salvage. They're Japanese salvage. It says somewhere in here. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. Authentic Japanese denim. They had a lot going for them. Size was not great. So for like the Japanese salvage, baggy wide leg stuff, you're probably not appealing to the size 40 crowd as much, so smaller sizes are going to be good for that kind of stuff. But this still did sell twice now. I got $57.74 for it this time. That one just went out today, so hopefully it doesn't come back. It came back with size issues last time, but we'll see. Fingers crossed it doesn't come back. Hopefully they looked at the measurements. I got to get better. I have been getting better with putting the size tag size and then the fits size in the listing so that it's very apparent, no confusion. But apparently this one slipped through the cracks. Next up, there is a Zero Restriction, which is a great brand. This is the Power Torque quarter zip or half zip. These things have an excellent sell through. This one had a logo on it. Yeah, Cooper Tires 100 years logo on it. But this one went for $55. These were going for like 50 all the way up to like 70, $80. Probably if it has no embroidery on it. This was a pretty minimal embroidery, so not a big deal, but that probably knocked off $5 to $10 off what it could have got. But $55, I was happy with that. I think I paid $9.99 for this. Next up were some Mizuno Wave Rider 27, and this is the second pair of these I had. The first one sold very quickly. The second pair has taken, gosh, I've had these for probably 6 months, close to the beginning of my reselling career. But they finally sold, and they sold for $46. So happy with that. I don't really pick up a lot of Mizuno. A lot of them have slow sell-through. When I was looking things up, when I was just getting into this, I was thinking that 20 to 30% sell-through was good sell-through, because for some reason I thought I was playing a volume game, and quickly realized that you can't really do that if you want money coming in consistently to continue to source and pay your bills. Luckily, at that time, I was working a full-time job, and this was just part-time, so it was more of a hobby style thing. But now, I got to have like 40, 50% sell-through as a minimum. I want my stuff to move. I need money flowing in. But I'm happy these sold. Next up is Incotex. This was the first time I had found this brand and the last time that I found this brand. So it was a good find. These sell for 50 to 60 bucks. I got $53 for these. They were in great condition, great size 34. Yeah, if I find them again, I'm going to pick up Incotex pants out there. Don't know what the brand's about. Didn't really dive into it too far. If you do know, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I love learning more about these brands. So it also helps kind of lock them into your memory too when you learn a little background on them. But yeah, these were great. They sold quick within 30 days, 53 bucks. Next up is Pendleton. I thought this was going to be worth more. I picked this up without looking anything up. It does have gold buttons, which is cool, with the little emblem on them. I thought it was really sweet. It's Pendleton. It is wool, I believe. Assembled in Mexico. Yeah, 100% virgin wool. And yeah, just a super nice blazer. I thought it was going to be worth closer to $100. I was happy with that. I got $46 for it. But yeah, Pendleton wool blazer with gold buttons, you would think. And maybe I just priced a little bit low. But it looked like the comps were in the $40 to $50 range. But still happy with it. I think I paid $7.99 for this, so not a bad flip at all. Next up was this Dixon flannel. This one lasted a few days in my store, and I had offers right away on it. The guy that bought it, he bought it for $40. I finally caved on the $40 offer because I told him right away that, I've just listed this, so I might give it a little bit of time before I accept any lower offers on it. But he sent me a $35 offer. I countered with $40. He sent me a $35 offer. I countered with $40. He sent me a $35 offer again, and I just declined it. And then he sent me a $40 offer, and I accepted it. So a little bit of back and forth on it, but the Pastrana Dixon flannel did not have a good sell-through. And I had mentioned it when I picked it up or showed it in a haul video that I think it should just do great because of the strong sell-through on Dixon 3XL flannels. This has good colors. Like, this behind the neck, nobody's going to see. They'll see this little tiny thing, but most people aren't going to notice. It just looks like a nice flannel, and Dixon are quality flannels. So it went really quick. Happy with it to move for that. I think I paid $12 or $14 for this one. Next up is a Shaquille O'Neal blazer. I was surprised this one sat as long as it did because these blazers have pretty good sell-through. This was a nice blazer. What was the fabric? Poly rayon, so nothing crazy, but the Shaquille O'Neal larger size blazers have a great sell-through. I got $40 somebody offered me, so I accepted that, and I was happy with it. I think I got this when I was still doing the dollar deals at Salvation Army, so I'm pretty sure I picked this up for $1. So you can't beat that. $1 into 40 is pretty fantastic. I would if I could do that all day. But yeah, good one there. I'll still pick up Shaquille O'Neal blazers if I see them out there. Next up is a really cool one, vintage Levi's 646. So these are the bell bottom or the flared. This one had a little bit of damage on it. Other than that, these were in really good condition with the Scoville zipper on it. Yeah, these are awesome. These are likely either 70s or early 80s vintage bell bottom flared leg Levi's. Super cool. These are like some of my favorite things to find. I find stuff worth more money out there on a regular basis, and I don't get anywhere near as excited as when I find these vintage Levi's. They're just, I don't know, something about them just hits me. But yeah, awesome sale. I was happy with that. $100. It's the bottom end of the market on these. These will go for anywhere between $100 and $200 for the orange tab with the little E. But I was still happy with it. I never pay more than like Typically when I find these vintage Levi's, I find them at a Goodwill or a regular thrift store. So I typically don't spend more than like $7.99 on a pair of these. So definitely a good flip. And the final sale is the Cabela's collab with Remington. This is the Reed camouflage. And this was brand new with tags, probably 90s or early 2000s. But definitely a super nice Gore-Tex jacket. This one sat for quite a bit longer than I thought it would. I want to say I picked this up in October. I thought we would sell this between November and December for sure, but squeezed it in January. I'm happy with that. I want to get rid of all of this winter gear. I need all the winter stuff to sell. Sun is popping out. It's blinding me. That's the last one. If you guys made it this far into the video, consider subscribing to the channel. If you enjoy the content, give the video a like. And let me know what your favorite piece was that you saw in the video, or what was your best sale of this week. I'd love to know. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.